I sold my car in Carvana last night.
Well, that's cool.
No, you don't understand. It went perfectly. Real offer, down to the penny. They're picking it up tomorrow. Nothing went wrong.
So, what's the problem?
That is the problem. Nothing in my life goes as smoothly. I'm waiting for the catch.
Maybe there's no catch.
That's exactly what a catch would want me to think.
Wow, you need to relax.
I need to knock on wood. Do we have wood? Is this table wood?
I think it's laminate.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's close enough.
Car selling without a catch. Sell your car today on
Carvana.
Pickup fees may apply.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Blowing ad budget on metrics that look great till the CFO sees them. That's bull spend. And marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
I remember telling my boss, it'll be good for the brand, when leads were slow. Yeah, it wasn't.
Cut the bull spend. LinkedIn lets you target by company, job title, and more. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
You have one new message. Translating. Disney and Pixar's Hoppers is now available on Disney+.
You could say that again.
Critics are calling it Pixar's funniest movie ever and a wildly entertaining ride. Blizzard Potato. It's certified fresh and verified hot.
Now we party.
This is incredible!
Wow, I am clearing the rest of the day.
Disney and Pixar's Hoppers, now available on Disney+. Rated PG.
This episode is brought to you by Fox One. Watch all 104 matches of the FIFA World Cup live in 4K for just $19.99 a month with 3 days free. Build your own multi-view, choose up to 3 streams, and follow player spotlights. Stay on top of every moment with live stats, highlights, and instant replays. The FIFA World Cup, streaming live on Fox One. Offers are subject to change. See fox.com for complete terms and conditions.
My assignment. Uncover why the association inspires more conspiracy theories in volume and salience than any other U.S. sport.
You've heard of the Illuminati.
The truth is out there, but so are lies.
Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them.
The NBA has always been controlled by about 8 people.
Denial is the most predictable of all human responses.
If you're only using 10% of your brain, you don't even know that you're using 10% of your brain.
The NBA Illuminati.
If coincidences are just coincidences, why do they feel so contrived?
The Illuminati.
But you start to follow the money, and you don't know where the f*** it's going to take you.
It is unspoken. They have influence among other players.
The NBA Illuminati.
I don't have time for your convenient ignorance.
Maybe I'm a conspiracist now as well.
That's all it took. Oh, we got books, we got schools. You saw a video on YouTube.
Why my eyes, sir? You've never used them before.
We are the basketball Illuminati.
All right, so has the parade started yet, Jeremy, there in Miami? Like, what are the vibes?
Yeah, you should have seen the massive crowds building outside the Kaseya Center this morning. I mean, I saw Guatemalans and Brazilians and Scottish people, and they were all here definitely to celebrate Giannis and not the World Cup.
That's true. That's true. Well, but how many of them were both the World Cup and Giannis? Because this news that dropped overnight, I don't know if you were awake for it. I watched a little TV until like 11:30, and then I was out.
Was he awake for it? Are you kidding?
I'm awake at all times. That's the secret here. Is the way you don't miss news is just by never sleeping. And I was wide awake, and it's crazy because I had spent the night sort of partying with the Tartan Army at the ballpark. And they were incredible. And I was coming off the high of that and was truly crashing. Like I was exhausted. And then I looked at my phone and saw the Shams notification and literally jumped off my couch in my living room, like just jubilant, because this is a giant deal. Like, I think there's been this very strange behavior by everyone acting like, oh, well, you know, it's just a aging star, as if Giannis is like 39 years old, and talking about the Heat as if they're not a team that just recently had Caleb Martin nearly winning Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Like, they're not an organization that knows how to build a roster. This is a seismic move in the NBA. It's a seismic move for the Miami Heat, and I couldn't be more excited for what this means for next year's season and beyond.
Well, Thanasis, you would be more excited if Thanasis was there.
He's coming.
Oh, yeah.
He's coming, man.
He'll be here, and I can't wait. And I can't wait to join his podcast, and I can't wait to get to know him on a deeper level. Yeah, and he's not the only family I expect. I mean, God, when LeBron gets here, Bronny comes too, right?
Oh, yes.
I was going to ask Jeremy, because Shaq had the Super Soaker. Bosh, LeBron, and Wade had the Yes We Did. What does Giannis get? I can tell you the date, by the way, Tom. July 6th. July 6th is when they're doing the parade. But what's that celebration? If I put you in charge of Miami Heat celebration dynamics, what do?
I think it would have to be some sort of Greek parade, right? Like, you have to have some sort of like festival with Greek food. But it could be like a meeting of the cultures, right? You can have all sorts, like it's Greek culture meets Heat culture, and that's sort of the mashup there.
Bet on yourself, Kalshi, presented by Kalshi.
Oh my God! There you go.
I will say the amount of tweets that I had bookmarked in case the Celtics traded for him that I have now unbookmarked between him and everyone else in the information game that I was ready to just lose my mind. So, but yeah, I mean, what Kalshi? I'm pro all type of chance betting, gambling, all
prediction
of it.
markets,
you know me.
All of it.
Prediction markets. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah. I'm just trying to. Wow. So when I saw the notification, the first thing I thought was, okay, where's he going? This is a part of me like, he's not coming to Miami. They're not going to do it.
I couldn't believe it.
Right? Like, I looked at it and I had to double look at it.
Yeah,
I had to
Charms.
Because it was someone, Juju was the one who actually texted it to me. So I was like, I don't know about this. Maybe Juju like got excited and jumped the gun. He shared something because it wasn't, I'm not on Twitter like that anymore. But, if I was, I would know because it's in my timeline as opposed to someone else's.
Right.
But there has to be a level of,
Yeah, I had gotten resigned to, all right, let's pivot and start chasing Kawhi and whoever else and this was like, I really genuinely felt that the logical conclusion to all of this was Giannis ending up in Boston, Kawhi ending up in Miami, getting suspended for life and having to kill Pablo. And that was like a genuine space that I had sort of gotten myself to and was trying to meditate on that.
Do you spare Amin on that?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not Amin's fault. He's just a participant. It's like
I'm not a mastermind.
Yeah, it's not his fault. It's like
this is Pablo's show. My name's not on the show.
Wait, Pulitzer, the Pulitzer. Do you have to rescind the Pulitzer now?
A walk back. When it's the Pulitzer ceremony, I was there every step of the way. Now, when Jeremy's planning a murder,
who that is. Yeah,
hands are clean. He had nothing to do with it.
I'm just saying, I was just following orders.
Wow.
Right? And I did. Yeah. I thought I did a great job following orders. If we're taking inventory,
you did a medal-worthy job at following orders.
At the end of the day, I was not the person who precipitated any of this or decided who or when to record or any of those things. I feel like Jeremy's anger is well founded and directed at Pablo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pablo. Just Pablo.
Jeremy, what do you make of that the Heat have gutted themselves and therefore can't compete. I just saw that Nick Wright said that he picks 4 teams above the Heat in the East, 4 in the West, which I'm guessing because Nick Wright usually has a lot of ammo to back up his opinions. I'm guessing that's because of the supporting cast and that Giannis is on the downside of his career.
It is so shocking to me that a guy who before last season, I believe, finished top 4 in MVP voting for 6 straight seasons is all of a sudden on the downside of his career. Like it's crazy to me that we're acting like Giannis, by the way, when he was on the floor last year, wasn't one of the 5 to 8 best players in the world when he was playing. You have a legitimate superstar there, and Bam Adebayo, who we've already learned is about as good of a complementary player to a superstar as is humanly possible. And then when you look at the rest of the roster as constructed, it's so funny to think that everyone is saying like, oh my God, the Heat gutted their starting rotation. Tyler Hero wasn't in the lineup for most of the season. Kel'el Ware barely started. Jaime Jaquez Jr. was a candidate for 6th man of the year, not a starter. And Kasper Siakachonis, while I'm super high on Kaz. Like, I think Kaz has an opportunity to be a really good player in this league. Not too far in the future. He wasn't a starter for this team. Davion Mitchell is still there. Andrew Wiggins is still there. Pelle Larson is still there. And Pelle is like, I'm so happy they were able to keep him because on a really, really good team, he is already going to emerge as one of the better role players in this league. But if they look, obviously would love to see them keep Norman Powell, who was their all-star last year. But even if they have to move on, hopefully they can find a way to utilize an ability of using him in a sign and trade to acquire other pieces. But even then, Bobby Portis is a great guy to add as a complementary piece as a big man alongside either Bam or Giannis at any given time because of his ability to stretch the floor. We saw Bam hit a career high in 3-pointers last season. He could shoot. Wiggins career high 3-point percentage. Davion Mitchell shooting nearly 40% from 3. So I think that the people who are acting like they can't shoot and like there's nobody else there, didn't watch the Heat, which I understand. Last year was a bit of a drag through the season.
Well, no, they were better on offense than they were on defense last year. They're 12th in offense,
they were one of the best scoring teams in the country.
Right, and so here. I just heard you about Pelle Larson, and it reminded me, who do you think is better, like more of an MVP candidate? Pelle Larson in the eyes of Miami Heat fans or Hugo Gonzalez for the Boston Celtics?
Same question too, Tom.
Oh my God. Like the Hugo Gonzalez thing, I truly last night when it was turning into they don't want to give up Hugo Gonzalez. It was actually, for what it's worth, when I saw that tweet from Simmons was the first moment that I regained hope. Because I've watched Barry Jackson and Ira Winderman and Ethan Skolnick do that about Niko Jovic or Tyler Hero or Jaime in years past of like, man, the Heat really don't want to give this guy up. And then that's been when someone else has swept in and made it happen. So my concern was that now like Portland or somebody else was going to be this team that came out of nowhere. But it was the first moment that gave me hope because I've seen it before. But when I saw, oh man, Boston really shouldn't have to give up this guy that averaged 3 points per game. We're talking about a guy who scored 3 points a game.
He's young and exciting and energetic and all those things. The concept that was the deal breaker blows my mind because it goes back to,
I mean, it wasn't even just him. According to Shams Charania, it was Hugo Gonzalez that they weren't willing to put into a deal, and Baylor Shireman they were not willing to put into a deal. So think about that. Hugo and Baylor were off the table in Giannis talks.
So I had this conversation about the Miami Heat years ago when they signed James Johnson and Dion Waiters and Hassan Whiteside. And I said, if your superpower is you go outside and you just look at the ground and you see pebbles, you're like, oh, this one's a diamond. And you pops it up as a diamond. You're like, oh, that rock, there's a diamond, there's a diamond. Why would you ever go to Zales and pay market price? And that's what they did. It's like they found all these diamonds, they polished them up, and like, oh, they're going to leave. So leave. Go. We'll find the next one. And that's basically, since then, I think they've learned their lesson. And they're like, oh, we just let them walk. Struce, you want that much? Wow, it's a lot of money. Adios, right? Gabe Vincent, they're going to pay you that much? Man, congratulations. By the way, let's not forget the year before him, Kendrick Nunn was the first Laker import because he played well in Miami. And they were like, oh, you got that much money? Congratulations. And so that's the thing. So this idea that Hugo Gonzalez, maybe I get it. He's a nice energy guy, whatever, but the point about those guys is that they're everywhere. They're everywhere.
I mean, the thing that it reminded me of a little bit is Jaden McDaniels and the Wolves not including him in the Rudy Gobert trade. And obviously that one worked out. Jaden McDaniels has blossomed and turned into a really crucial player for them. But Maze, the key point here is they didn't want to include him in which deal? Rudy Gobert. There you go. There's a difference between Rudy Gobert and Giannis or Luka Doncic or like that caliber player. You say, fuck it, go, take him, right? As opposed to Rudy Gobert, who, good player, but obviously not that kind of transformational on his own type of talent. Hello, listener. It's Producer Maze here to talk to you about Chime. You know what shouldn't cost money? Managing your money. Chime is changing the way people bank. It's not one of those traditional old banks that charge you overdraft fees and monthly fees. This is fee-free banking built for you. They have thousands of fee-free ATMs, so you can get your money for free. And it gets better because Chime members can benefit from up to $1,150 in annual rewards. Now check out some of these benefits. You get 5% cash back on Chime Card in a category of your choice, like gas or groceries, whatever you're using the most. You get savings that grow faster with a 3.75% APY. That's 9 times higher than the national average. You can even get $500 of your pay with MyPay. They also have Spot Me, which lets you overdraft up to $200 fee-free, all of which make it so much easier to manage your money. Chime is not just smarter banking, it's the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today. Head to chime.com/basketball. That's chime.com/basketball. It only takes a few minutes to sign up.
Chime is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services from MyPay and Chime Card provided by Chime's bank partners. Optional products and services may have fees or charges. Stated annual percentage yield and cashback for Chime Prime only. No minimum balance required. Checking account ranking based on a J.D. Power survey published October 20, 2025. For more information on APY rates, MyPay, Spot Me, and travel perks, go to chime.com/disclosures.
Listener, you've got places to be. Let's say your hair's thinning up top. You have time to go to Turkey and sit in a waiting room for some hair loss treatment? Of course not. Hims makes expert care accessible on your schedule so you can skip the line and focus on feeling like yourself again. Hims offers convenient access to a range of prescription hair loss treatments with ingredients that actually work. There's an idea, including chews, oral medications, serums, and sprays, whichever you think is best. Doctor-trusted ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil can stop further hair loss and regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hims brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. You can find the right treatment for you to regrow your hair with flexible subscription options, access to 24/7 provider support, and once-a-day treatment options that fit your daily routine for simple online access to personalized and affordable care for hair loss, ED, weight loss, and more. Visit hims.com/basketball. That's hims.com/basketball for your free online visit. hims.com/basketball. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information. Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride.
Stitch Fix. Stop shopping. Get styled.
Not today, sweatpants. Somebody's wearing jeans that fit.
Wow! No photos, please. I'm just a regular dad who happens to have a stylist.
I really look my best when someone else makes the decisions.
Hey,
We can all see you two-way mirrors.
Just share your size, style, and budget, and your stylist sends personalized looks right to your door. Stitch Fix. Get started today at StitchFix.com.
I want to hug you. I'm going to hug you. I'm coming in for a hug.
I'm Richard Serrett. Join me on Strange Planet for in-depth conversations with the world's top paranormal investigators, alien abductees, Bigfoot trackers, monster hunters, time travelers, and more.
The handler one day told her this whole thing about how they've been terraforming on Mars and they're building a colony and they're recruiting specific people of specific bloodlines and specific talents and skill sets to go onto the planet.
On Richard Serrett's Strange Planet, we're redefining reality. Listen now wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you play Dungeons & Dragons?
Baldur's Gate? Board games? Card games? Video games?
We do too.
Hello, halflings!
We are 3 Black Halflings,
a laid-back podcast about diversity in D&D, games, and pop culture.
From kickbacks about current events in the media we love,
to interviews with some of the biggest names in the space.
High-quality actual plays from D&D to Daggerheart.
Join us in the Shire over at 3 Black Halflings, available wherever you listen to podcasts.
The Heat looked at Mikal Bridges saying, F them picks. What is it in Spanish? What would be the equivalent of F them picks? Because the Miami Heat have been all about that. I mean, they've had 2 top 10 picks since the Dwayne Wade draft. Do you guys know who they are?
Oh, yeah.
Michael Beasley and Justice Winslow. Everything that they've done after drafting Dwayne Wade has been through free agency and trades. And they basically said, like, if you want our 13th pick, go right ahead. If you want our 16th pick, go right ahead. This trade, they had Tyler Hero, who's a 13th pick. They had Jaquez Jr., 18th pick. They had Khalil Ware, 15th pick. And then Yakachonis was 20th. Those 4 pieces, they traded to get Giannis.
Yep.
So this is what they do. If they hit on these draft picks in the end of the first round, they parlay them into a Giannis. Remember that the Jimmy Butler trade was with Josh Richardson as the principal player going back. So like when we sit here and talk about, man, the Heat, the supporting cast, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, have you not been paying attention the last 2 decades of the Miami Heat? Is that they got Caleb Martin being the Eastern Conference MVP. They've got Max Strus, Duncan Robinson, Kendrick Nunn, Davion Mitchell. Like, I go on down the line of guys where it's like they just picked up from somebody else's scrap heap at Junkyard and turned them into like a really good NBA player.
Yeah, Tom, like you said, Caleb Martin was like maybe a vote or 2 away from being Eastern Conference Finals MVP. This is a guy who they signed. I mentioned this briefly on LeBatard today, but like Caleb Martin came to informals because J. Cole hit up Caron Butler and said, you got to give this guy a chance. It's a good kid. He works hard. He's like, you got to give him a chance. So Caron said, just come to informals.
Yep.
And so he was just one of the bodies so they can have 10 to run. And as they're playing, obviously the Heat brass are there, and they're like, oh, shit, this guy's pretty good. And so Caron lobbied for him, and he gets on with a non-guaranteed minimum or something like that. Maybe there was a guarantee on it. But the point is, that same season, by the end of the season, the guy was almost Conference Finals MVP.
Crazy.
They have an incredible scouting and development department. That's their superpower. The thing that they've been bad at that we could say for 7 years is landing a star. They got Jimmy Butler. They were supposed to add another one. They never did, right? And before Jimmy, it had been what? That was
Luol Deng was the greatest free agent signing.
Right.
And
right. So
do not forget Joe Johnson.
Yeah.
True.
So before Jimmy was LeBron 9 years earlier than that. And before LeBron, it was Shaq 4 years earlier than that. 5 years earlier than that. And before Shaq, it was Alonzo Mourning 8 years earlier than that. So it's like, if we're doing Miami Heat whale watching, you got Zoe in 95, Shaq in 2005. So I'm sorry, that was 10 years, right?
That was 2004, yeah. Well, yeah.
2004, excuse me. So 9 years, 2004. LeBron, 2010, so that's 6 years. Jimmy Butler, 2019, that's 9 years. And now Giannis Antetokounmpo, 7 years. all the talk that Pat Riley has lost his touch, seems to me he's right on time.
That's right. That's right. Oh, man, this is the show I wanted to do with Dan. Thank God for you guys.
Jeremy, can you open your third eye for me for a second here? The Dame Lillard saga. The pursuit of Dame Lillard. Oh, no, he ended up in Milwaukee. Oh, no, that indirectly led to Giannis wanting to get the hell out of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And now he's a Heat. So was that all a long con?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it was knowing that Dame was damaged goods. We all knew that the Achilles was going to tear. We all knew that duo that definitely didn't look like it was about to develop into something pretty special was going to completely fall apart. And that Dame would want to just go back, home to Portland. Giannis was being recruited by Goran Dragic the entire time, as was obvious. And we knew that ultimately this was going to happen. Yeah. Hey, look, Goran's been the guy. If they don't give Goran an actual spot in the front office sometime soon, I don't know why they wouldn't. He's been, every time you see him like around Miami, he's wearing a Udonis Haslem t-shirt or spending his time telling Giannis how great the weather is down here in Miami. He's the best. And it's like you guys mentioned, when it comes to like the way this all works, you had those first round picks that they've turned into these trade chips. And ironically, the one guy who they actually paid amongst all of them was the one guy who doesn't get included in Niko Jovic. Those are all their first round picks since Bam Adebayo that just got traded away. And it's because the Heat are not only good at identifying talent, but then developing them to a point where they can seem appealing to other teams. One guy you guys didn't mention was Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent was another one who was a huge contributor to that run in 2023, to get to the NBA Finals. And by the way, another guy who's a free agent that would be a nice little fun backup point guard to split some time with Drew Smith. Would be fun to bring Gabe back here and be a part of all of it. But like what this is just going to be is there's an iconic photo of Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, and Caleb Martin holding the Eastern Conference trophy, and they're all kind of mean mugging the camera. And all that's going to be is this year, that's going to be Pelle Larson, Kashad Johnson, and Myron Gardner.
By the way,
Gardner's good.
Yeah.
See, I know.
I know, it's so weird, dude. It's so weird.
Good. People are going to hate him. They're going to hate him. It's awesome.
Hold on. By the way, Caleb Martin.
What's he doing?
If you're Dallas, you're like, I need this guy. Maybe a buyout. Maybe bring him on back.
How about a little sign-in trade of Norm over to Dallas for Klay Thompson and Caleb Martin, and you make those salaries work?
Ooh.
You want single Klay in Miami?
Yeah, bad idea.
He can take the boat, right?
He would take the boat across the Gulf of America.
Well, I also thought Tim Hardaway Jr. bringing him home to Miami, a free agent, also very appealing to me. Is that one of the elite 3-point shooters for
Can I give you guys
Jokic,
a name?
now goes to Jovic. Mm-hmm.
Can I give you guys a name? I don't even know if this guy is cleared or not.
Oh yeah, Malik Beasley.
Malik Beasley is a pretty good 3-point shooter. If this is one of those ones like,
I haven't stopped thinking about him.
You fucked us on Rozier. Guess what? We're gonna go get this guy because it's like, God. Hey man, if that guy's available to be signed, this is what I've said the whole time. Is like if Malik Beasley is looking for that deal he was about to get from Detroit, he's not gonna get that. But man, come here. He's played with Giannis before. Shoot up a bunch of threes, live in Miami, and rebuild your reputation. I don't know. I feel like that's a real solid pickup they could do.
Do you think Kalshi wants to get in the Malik Beasley business? Like maybe as part of a deal? I don't know. It is wild because they have 5 roster spots that they got to fill out. The Miami Heat. Norm Powell potentially can come back, but I don't know how you feel, Jeremy, but it's going to be tough to bring him back under the financial constraints. They have about $18 million right now, but Andrew Wiggins could come back. decline his player option, take a longer deal at a shorter number, and potentially free up a little bit more money. But I don't really, this is the thing. I don't really, like, who are they going to go get? At the end of the day, they got Giannis, and he's going to raise the ceiling no matter what. And around the edges, the Miami Heat are really good at that. So I don't feel, normally I would say, hey, whoever wins the Giannis sweepstakes is going to gut their team, and it'll probably make them worse off in the long run. Not the case with the Miami Heat. Like, if anything, the Miami Heat have shown time and time again that they will gut their team and then regrow like 18 new arms, and it's fine.
Yeah, the funny part with all of this is that like, people will laugh when I say it, but like Myron Gardner and Drew Smith and Kashad Johnson and Vlad Golden are all still there, and they'll all get minutes at some point in this season, and everyone will go, what? How? Why did Drew Smith just have a game with 6 steals against my team? Why did he just shut down my top tier point guard? Because he's that level of defender that can come off the bench and play. They love him. He's on a standard deal with them for a reason. And by the way, over the next few years, they have 3 of their next 4 first-round picks. Those are still there. Like, this team is going to continue to build with good young talent.
Amin, did you catch this? That the swap is in 2030 in the new, like, post-draft lottery rules? So the draft lottery rules are only 27, 28, and 29. The Heat put 3 picks into the deal that are after
that window. I talked about that on the radio last night. The only pick that's going is the one this year. And then everything else is outside of the window of whatever these new rules are. And so
that can't be a coincidence, right? That can't be.
No, absolutely. And by the way, at the same time, if I'm the Bucks, I want those later picks. Yeah. Because anything in the meantime now is like, well, Giannis is there, and they're going to be at least mediocre if Giannis is there.
And you know what else happens in 2031? Dame Lillard's dead cap is finally off the books in Milwaukee.
Gosh.
Fear is the virus is trending on TikTok. Vaccines are poison. Then your yoga teacher says that sex-trafficked children are being sacrificed by satanic liberals, but it's all okay. The Great Awakening is coming. What is happening? Every week on Conspirituality Podcast, we explore the fever dreams that suck friends, family, and wellness gurus down the right-wing cult spiral in a search for salvation.
Overwhelmed by investing?
If you're anything like us, the hardest part is getting started. That's why we created the Investing for Beginners podcast.
Our goal is to help simplify money so it can work for you.
We invite guests to demystify investing.
At least like the minimum 10% into the 401k.
I'm Dave Ahern.
And I'm Andrew Sather.
And we hope you join us on the Investing for Beginners podcast.
Jeremy, what are the chances that Niko Jovic undergoes the greatest career comeback in the history of mankind?
Look,
because there's a guy that came in last year, set the table. He came in, is like, this guy's going to be a starter. And he played and talked his way out of it by the end of the year, right? Yeah. It's a combination. It's not just playing poorly, also, he can't shut the hell up. And he's kind of like in Spo's doghouse somewhere out in the Siesta Key or somewhere on the west coast of Florida. So did you see an opportunity here for him to win back and get back in the good graces?
The thing about Spo and about the Heat is you will get put in the doghouse quickly, and you'll always have an opportunity to work yourself out of it, right? Like, we've seen that with so many guys. Duncan Robinson is a great example. And ironically, that's who Niko said in his postseason press conference was the guy that he wanted to reach out to, because they asked, like, oh, have you spoken with Jaime about having a down year and being able to bounce back? And his response to that was, no, it's sort of more of a Duncan situation, which is you think you've earned your spot, and then all of a sudden you're not playing at all and you don't really know how to deal with it. And so I kind of hope he has spoken with Duncan about that. But that is something, if you go and you dominate in practice and you show that the work ethic is there and the intelligence is there, you will get more opportunities. Nico's a super talented kid. He's only 23 years old. Like, he's 2 years younger than Pelle Larson. He's been around forever. And something that I think he actually struggled to adjust with is, like, Jimmy Butler loved Niko Jovic. Like, loved him, put a ton of faith in him, was always a guy hyping him up in the locker room after games when Nico had a good game. Like, that was a guy he had grown and developed with on a personal level. And I think everything that happened with Jimmy, both kind of the sabotaging of the locker room 2 years ago and then not being around last year, affected Nico from a mental standpoint. And now all of a sudden, he was given an opportunity. Like, the fast-paced Heat offense, everyone across the board thought there's nobody who will benefit from this more than Nikola Jovic. And ironically, it ended up being Jaime Jaquez, the guy who had the slow plotting game, who did benefit from it the most. Mm-hmm. So the opportunity will be there for him. He's making so much money. At the same time, like, you talk about the Norman Powell part of this, can the Heat find a team that is in a non-competitive place right now that has space within their cap that would be willing to take a Nikola Jovic with his, 15 or 16 a year over the next 4 years, with the right, pieces attached to clear some space in that regard as well, in adjusting with Andrew Wiggins to be able to clear that space for Norman Powell. That's another potential option. So either it's, hey, you're here and we're paying you a lot of money, so you have a chance, or maybe in the next, 2 weeks before this deal becomes official, he becomes another piece of this trade.
What is the Norman Powell market?
Detroit, maybe.
Okay.
I don't get the market personally.
And this isn't a knock on Norman. I think he's a great player, could help a lot of teams. I'm just saying, if he has certain salary demands, where are these locations that are saying, hey, we both have the need for a player your caliber and also the capacity to pay you?
Call Trae Young's agent and ask where he came up with that demand, and then tell the Miami front office that those same teams are calling for Norm.
That was incredible.
Shocking.
It really is. I mean, that might be the biggest story of the transactional cycle. Like, Giannis trade, Celtics upset. Really, it is Trae Young got $200 million.
4 years, Tom.
That's crazy. That's my favorite. My favorite part of all of this is that the Celtics have to kind of eat it.
Would you do a Tobias Harris, Kevin Huerter centric sign and trade for Norm Powell?
Wouldn't you just want Duncan instead of Huerter?
Give me Duncan Robinson back, baby.
I'm assuming Duncan Robinson's not available.
Okay.
Oh, you're assuming that? Because see, I view it as a Norman Powell for Duncan Robinson and beef stew scenario, and now we're cooking.
Okay, now he's
we're cooking. Hit it.
The mouthpiece has been moved from Dan to Jeremy.
We're cooking. Now we're cooking. Give me all the beef stew you got. We're gonna fight
you have
everybody.
Beef stew and Bobby Portis on the team.
That's a really crowded, crazy front court.
And Myron Gardner. It's a crazy group of people.
Is James Johnson available? Because I don't know his Indiana contract right now. But if you had James Johnson, Bobby Portis, Isaiah Stewart,
Thanasis,
let's get them all. UD. I know the TV thing has been great, but
come back. I keep thinking about that last game that he played in Brooklyn, UD, and they just kept force feeding him. And I'm like, I don't think he's ever playing basketball again.
I think it was Tyler. I think Tyler tried to throw him an alley-oop in that game. Yeah, and it went out of bounds. And UD looked at him like, "Why are you
just looked at him
like this? It's like, come on, man. Why'd you put me in that spot?"
Jeremy, it's halftime of game one at home, and you're interviewing Giannis. What's the secret question you ask off air?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Did you want to go to Boston?
Not the boring Giannis, you've got 15 boards, you're dominating the paint.
What the
Isn't
first
it
game?
great to be in Miami? No. What's the first question that Jeremy asked Giannis off the record?
It's like how much better is this than Milwaukee? Like, how much happier are you? Come on. How much better is this than Milwaukee? You know it's better. You know it's better. I can't believe you wasted 13 years over there. Should have been here in 2021.
Yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm. Well, Jeremy, thanks for joining us, man, on Basketball Illuminati. If you have any takes, your third eye is open. Get them out now, because everyone's going to be listening to this, looking for the hottest long game, long con take. So if you have any more before we go, get them out now.
All right. What I'll tell you is I've been in the shipping container saying since probably early March, and Mike and Tony could confirm this for you, that I was workshopping Giannis and LeBron to Miami since then. And we asked Ramona Shelburne, hey, Barry Jackson all of a sudden, as of today, floated like, don't rule out the idea of LeBron James.
No,
idea.
And so I asked Ramona like her thoughts on that, and she said that the Lakers have not discussed salary. They don't know if he's even coming back to play, and she did not quell those concerns for anyone. I truly believe you want to chase a title, you want to get one last title, LeBron James, what better place to do it? And then to also be able to, in many ways, if you want, I'm okay with it, come take credit for the Heat being a great franchise. Oh, they can only do it when LeBron's there. Okay, come get us another one. LeBron James playing point guard for Giannis, and Bam as his front court, and he's just distributing, and you got a bunch of
really
shooters around
your
him.
Your big man lineup you've been floating. Get Beef Stew, LeBron.
Yeah, just get everybody. They're all just giants. Bobby Portis, start all of them.
Mm-hmm. If you guys need a guard, I mean, Bronny's available. And if I'm LeBron,
look, I'm gonna do. Can I do a financial thing for you? I do a financial thing for you? The Heat have a $5.6 million trade exemption. Niko Jovic is $16.2 million. Andrew Wiggins is $30.16 million. If you traded for Bronny and LeBron James at just $300,000 under his $50 million max, that matches up perfectly.
Should I ruin his day?
Yeah.
You can't aggregate a trade exception. You can only take
Andy Ellisberg.
You can take an individual player. You can take an individual player into that exception, and then the other part is. But then the other part has to add up to LeBron.
Isn't that how that works? Okay, so then LeBron takes whatever it takes to not have that happen, or Wiggins opts out. You understand what I'm trying to do? Yeah, they're going to be right there at the same amount of numbers. Don't rain on my parade.
Don't kill his buzz. Come on. If there's any time. If there's any time to get LeBron on the phone, it's after this rosé-cation that he's been having. Call him now.
Real.
Yeah. Call Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll come back too.
Call Channing.
I mean, NBA Finals, Kevin Love with the Miami Heat.
Channing is not coming back.
Call Delly.
I would give anything to have Kevin Love back here. Get me Kevin Love. How about this? Get Kevin Love and LeBron, and then next year, when other money frees up, just get Kyrie back too. Get him down here. I'm sure Mickey Arison would love Kyrie.
I don't know, man. I thought where you were going with this was the real third eye open.
What's that?
Is Luka staying in LA? I mean, Goran Dragic.
Why did you think I said get Goran? Why did you think I said get Goran in the front office, man? Come on.
Isn't he the real fish here? Is like you get Giannis on one fishing rod, but on the other,
come on, Tom. That's my limited fake Goran Dragic. Hey, come on.
That's actually, for those who don't know, that's a lot better than you think it is.
Come on, that's
for 2 words.
It better be.
He crushed it.
It was pretty low. Yeah, the long game with Goran Dragic. You're gonna be once Dragic is officially signed into like executive VP of basketball affairs strategy, whatever it is.
Once he goes sits with Bro.
Then the third eye just
in the corner
pops open. Yeah.
Just wait for Anthony Edwards.
You just the heat check is unbelievable.
Yeah.
We can't get rid of him.
I'm back, bro. I'm back.
Gets Giannis, takes aim at the rest of the league.
Get the Photoshop going. Yep, get the Photoshops going.
Can't wait. All right, dude. Thank you so much, man.
No, thank you guys. This is super fun.
This is big day. Big day.
Couldn't be happier. Truly, this is gonna be awesome.